I wanna say something about my mama. Your mama dead as Your mama dead as Go dig her up. Go dig her up. Say something about my mama. Your mama dead as Your mama dead as Go dig her up. Go dig her up.
50 Cent just sparked something wild in King Harris that got the whole internet losing its mind. Lil Bro jumped on live and went completely off. No filter, no chill, just pure chaos. Then, out of nowhere, Boosie pulled up ready for smoke too. But man, King and T, I had no clue what Boosie was about to drop. And trust me, it wasn't pretty. Things went from petty to personal real fast. Now here's where it all flips. 50 Cent crossed the serious line and King Harris straight up lost it. See, in hip hop, there's a code, an unspoken rule that even the wildest rappers respect.
But man, when you start talking about people's deceased parents, you crossing a line that's hard to come back from.
You can clown a man's music, his drip, his hairline, his numbers. That's fair game. That's rap culture. But one thing you never do is drag somebody's family into it. That's a no-go, period. You don't diss a man's wife. You don't talk about his mama. You keep the smoke between the two people beefing, not the one standing beside them. But on February 22nd, 2026, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson threw that rule right out the window.
Tell your mama that she dead. Pay respect. Stop playing with my mama. Playing like that.
He didn't just cross the line. He bulldozed it in front of millions. What came next was one of the wildest, most personal, and most uncomfortable moments hip-hop has seen in forever. So here's the deal, 50 and T. I had already been going at it for weeks over Vazoo's battles and those messy snitching rumors floating around online. The tension was heavy, but still regular rap beef stuff. Just two grown men talking slick on the gram, throwing subs like everyone else does. But then 50 took things up a level no one expected. He hopped on Instagram and posted a shady, unflattering photo of T.I.'s wife, Tamika Tiny Harris, and the caption, "Straight disrespect." He basically told her to stay out of grown folks' business, but the tone was all wrong.
I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going about my mom. I'm not going.
It was clearly meant to embarrass her in front of millions. There was no hidden meaning, no sneaky jab. This was a straight-up public hit aimed at a woman who had nothing to do with her husband's feud. That's when everything flipped upside down. Because when T.I. and Tiny's 21-year-old son, King Harris, saw that post, he went off. He didn't wait for his dad to handle it, didn't hold a family talk, didn't plot a calm response. Nah, King went straight to Instagram Live and unloaded on 50 like never before. The second he started talking, the whole internet froze. Everyone stopped scrolling just to see what he was gonna say next.
Tell your dad mama dig her ass up and post a picture that look better than my mama.
And just like that, King Harris dragged this beef into dangerous territory nobody saw coming. He went straight for 50 Cent's deepest wound, talking about his late mother, Sabrina Jackson, who tragically passed away in a house fire when 50 was just 8 years old. That's not just a sensitive topic for 50. That's his heart, his whole origin story, his pain. And King touching that nerve, that took the situation from music drama to real life. That moment right there, that's the deepest pain in 50's entire life.
First off, you gotta understand where King coming from. That's his mama.
And King Harris went straight for it without even blinking. He didn't hesitate, didn't pull back. He aimed right at the core of 50's trauma, like he was on a mission. But the young dude from Atlanta wasn't done yet, not even close. He kept that same wild energy going, full throttle, with zero chill in sight.
Straight like that. Your son don't love you. You don't got no family.
There was no filter on King at all. This was pure, uncut rage pouring straight out of him on live while thousands watched it unfold in real time. He looked dead at the camera and told 50, "If you want to post people's mamas, then post your own." Then he hit him with the gut punch. "Oh wait, you can't, because she's not here anymore." That line made the internet go silent. You could feel the tension through the screen. That's the kind of moment that changes a beef forever. King kept hammering his point like he had something to prove. He said his upbringing wouldn't ever let him sit back while someone disrespected the woman who brought him into this world. He made it clear he was raised by T.I.P. and he was raised different.
Be out here playing with a man mama and think it's just gonna be rappers rap.
That wasn't just talk. That was pride. That was bloodline. Then came the shot that shook everybody. "Tell your daddy," a warning loud and clear. King was sending a message to 50. and anyone riding with him that they messed up bad by bringing that kind of heat to the Harris doorstep. But King didn't hit the brakes. He pushed even harder. Next, he went after the one wound everyone in hip-hop knows cuts 50
Not
the
love.
deepest. His
You
strained
rich, but you
relationship
not
with his
love.
son, Marquise
Money
Jackson.
means nothing
That
without
hit
no
50,
one to spend
right
it
where
with.
it hurts. Everyone knows how messy that
your
fall
son
has been.
don't love you.
Years of drama, interviews, and posts showing the pain on both sides. And King knew exactly what he was doing when he brought that up. He basically told the whole internet that all 50's millions, all his hit shows, his power moves, and fame don't mean a thing if you're coming home to an empty crib with no family to share it with. That's a heavy truth. And King threw it like a dagger. That right there, that's not rap beef anymore. That's full-blown personal warfare.
King of YN. He got that fire in him, and he let it be known he ain't going for none of that.
King Harris took it way past lyrics and clout chasing. He made it personal. He showed everyone exactly who he is, where he came from, and why he stands on what he stands for. This wasn't some reckless talk on live. He was really about that action. On February 24th, 2026, King took it straight to the booth. He hit the studio and dropped a diss track called Man.
I don't play by my mama. At the end, I don't play by my mama. I'm just how I'm raised, nigga. I wasn't raised by y'all father. My dad is T.I.P. Tip. That's how I'm raised. I don't play like this.
No warning, no teaser, just dropped it everywhere like a bomb. The video, crazy. Shot in a dim parking garage surrounded by foreigns. King rocking a red hoodie and beanie, spitting bars that had the internet gasping. He rapped, "Speaking on my mama, I tell Chaz, ring the alarm, probably cross his legs and fold his arms." Every line hit with raw emotion. He wasn't rapping for attention. He was rapping from the heart.
You got 50 Cent posting pictures of Tiny on his Instagram, trolling her.
And just when people thought he was done, King took it further. He dug up an old NSFW photo of 50 Cent holding what looked like an adult toy, threw it on his story, and hashtag no AI, just to make sure people knew it was real, not edited.
You crossing a line that's hard to come back from. He telling 50 to put the music up and stop playing.
That was King saying, "I'm not scared, I'm matching energy." At that point, he went scorched earth. No chill, no retreat, no surrender. And the internet, man, the internet couldn't get enough. Every blog, every page, every comment section was on fire. Then came Boosie Badazz, and when Boosie speaks, the culture listens. In a world full of people chasing clout for clicks, Boosie's voice still hits different. This ain't some random dude talking online. This is a man who's seen it all.
Telling people to keep his name out their mouth. 50 been a menace on the internet since the internet started.
Done time and lived by the street code his whole life. So when he sat down to talk about the King Harris and 50 Cent situation, everyone tuned in. First thing Boosie did was real. He didn't clown King or call him emotional. He understood where that fire came from. Boosie said straight up that King's reaction came from love.
If you ask me, it's a myth. You got the South Prince, in a way, T.I.'s son, going at a billionaire mogul.
The kind of love that runs deep in every real family. Because no matter where you're from, the hood, the burbs, or anywhere in between, your mama is sacred. That's not a debate. That's not for discussion. You never play about someone's mother, period. And that's what Boosie was highlighting. This whole mess started because someone violated that sacred ground. He said the realest thing anyone could say about the whole beef. The second you cross the family line, it stops being entertainment. It turns personal. Once you go after blood, the rules of rap beef don't apply anymore because blood moves different than business. Boosie showed respect to King for standing tall. He said he admired the backbone before.
We know how he do. But King took it to a whole different level of disrespect.
The loyalty, the way King stood up for his people. But then, Boosie switched the tone. While he understood why King did it, he couldn't fully back how he did it. Boosie kept it 100. He said the blame starts with 50 because 50 Cent was the one who brought Tiny into the mess in the first place, and she had nothing to do with the beef. Boosie said it plain. 50 lit the match, and that's facts. He's been doing this for over 2 decades, running the internet like the biggest bully in the game.
Honestly, what his wife got to do with anything? You know, the family thing. It's just weird. Them two brothers got a problem. It's like, all right, keep going at each other if that's what y'all going.
We've seen him do it before. Ja Rule, Rick Ross, The Game, Fat Joe, and now T.I. and his family. That's 50's whole strategy. Poke until you get a reaction, then flip that reaction into more attention. But this time, he poked the wrong one. Because King Harris came back with a kind of heat that nobody online was ready for. It wasn't jokes, it wasn't trolling, it was real. Boosie said it himself, a whole different level. And coming from a man known for saying some of the wildest stuff in hip hop, this speaks volumes about just how far King Harris went.
Because he felt like 50 was trying to play his mama like she wasn't a legend.
King wasn't just ranting, he was standing up for his mama's name. He wanted everyone to know that Tiny Harris is off limits, not someone you clown for clicks. But while defending her, King stepped into territory that even Boosie, a man who's seen it all, said was too much. Boosie repeated King's words, and you could feel the weight in the air, heavy.
But the moment you bring somebody's family into it, it gets crazy. So I totally understand why King went off. You know what I mean? That's his mother.
Dark, uncomfortable. Then he dropped the line that summed it all up. Once you bring somebody's dead mama into a rap beef, there's no handshake that fixes that. That truth hit hard, because once that line gets crossed, the damage doesn't fade. It sticks forever. Boosie also kept it real about the mismatch here. King was swinging at a man who's been destroying people online for decades. 50 doesn't even need to win. He just needs a meme, and it's over. He's been doing this since before King was even holding a phone.
Talking about, your mama dead as go dig that bitch up.
But Boosie wasn't just talking about social media. He warned King about real-life consequences. He said straight up, if King keeps moving reckless, prison time is waiting. And that wasn't for clout. That was a real warning from someone who's lived it. Boosie even compared it to his own son, Tootie Raw, saying he already told his boy and family that this kind of behavior always ends behind bars. Then things got even messier. Tootie Raw jumped in, posting threats aimed at King and telling him to stay in his lane. Of course, King fired right back, calling Boosie out and questioning who gave him the right to check anybody.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I got 50, I got 54 on you right now. It's not a good look for you, brother.
Just like that, the beef split into new lanes. Boosie's camp now tangled in the drama too. And here's the twist. Boosie ain't even fully on T.I.'s side. He's called him out before, saying he had paperwork suggesting T.I. cooperated with law enforcement. So Boosie isn't neutral. He's got his own history in this. But even with all that, he still said 50 went way too far by dragging family into the mess. It's wild to think all this chaos started from a simple Versus debate and ended with dead mama jokes, threats, and diss tracks filmed in parking garages. You're not the only one wondering how a simple, let's do 20 songs versus 20 songs, turned into this complete chaos. The path from a friendly Versus challenge to full-blown family warfare has been one of the craziest twists hip-hop's seen in years, and it all started way back. Ty had been trying to lock in a Versus with 50 Cent since the pandemic days of 2020. This wasn't casual talk. Tip was campaigning. He wanted the G-Unit boss, the man behind Get Rich or Die Trying, to face him hit for hit. He believed his catalog, with joints like What You Know, Live Your Life, Swagger Like Us, Rubber Band Man, and Big Things Poppin', could wash anything 50 brought.
That's some heavy, dark shit to be saying. Telling her to go put flowers on a grave.
T.I. even challenged him publicly on 50's birthday that year, posting a whole IG video clowning 50's 2007 sales loss to Kanye, calling him scared of real competition. But 50 wasn't having it. Not then. Not in 2021 when Tip grabbed the mic at the BMF premiere to call him out again. And not even in 2026 when Tip said on the Nightcap podcast that he'd lost all respect for 50. Every single time, 50 dodged the smoke the same way. Trolling. He'd repost old Crime Stoppers clips and courtroom footage, slapping on captions like, keep my name out your mouth, and no Versus, let's do the stay away challenge. Classic 50 playbook. Troll, deflect, and turn the beef into a meme. And it worked every time, because most rappers didn't know how to fight that kind of internet energy. But on February 22nd, when T.I. went on $1 million worth of game and said flat out that he lost all respect for 50, that's when 50 finally snapped. Instead of trolling, he went personal. He posted Tiny's photo, and boom! That was the spark that lit the explosion. T.I. fired back the artist way, through music. He dropped 2 diss tracks back to back. War, on February 22nd and Right One on February 23rd.
But man, when you start talking about people's deceased parent,
And Right One, brutal. Tip called 50 a 5'9" dispatcher, said he was a small man in a big shell, and even threw shots at 50's ex, Daphne Joy. Those bars hit hard. Tip was rapping like it was 2006 again. And the culture noticed. Charlemagne the God was quick to jump in, saying 50 started the disrespect. And T, I just responded how any man would when it gets personal. And Charlemagne hit the point that everyone in hip-hop felt in their gut. He kept it 100, saying 50 and T, I shouldn't even be beefing and wishing they'd just handle it like grown men. But he also made it clear, he understood why King Harris snapped when his mama got dragged into it. DJ Academics, though, whole different energy. He wasn't neutral one bit. He treated it like a boxing match, scoring it 4-0 for 50 Cent. He said, T.I. kept pushing the Verzoos talk while 50 attacked his character, which made Tip look like he was dodging the real smoke. Ack even called King's dead mama comments holy, meaning wild and shocking, and pointed out the crazy mismatch between a young rapper and a billionaire mogul. That didn't sit well with T.I.'s Southern fan base, who accused Ack of being biased toward New York. Then Joe Budden stepped in with one of the most balanced takes. He gave T.I. props, saying he loved how the family stood united, and called T.I.'s diss tracks the cheat code to beating 50. Joe said 50's trolling only works when his opponent reacts emotionally online, but when someone drops real bars in the booth, 50 never knows how to respond. Still, Joe warned that once people start talking about deceased family members, there's no easy way back. That kind of damage sticks forever. Angela Yee covered the drama on her Way Up with Yee show, staying neutral but dropping key info. She revealed 50 quietly deleted all T.I. related posts from his Instagram, which fans saw as him backing off. And of course, Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco, whose Nightcap podcast originally reignited the beef, gave their take too. They broke down 50's post, King's response, and how fast it all escalated. The tone was light, but the message underneath was serious. What started as entertainment had turned into something dangerously real, fast. And that's where things stand as of February 26, 2026. King Harris's diss track Made Man is climbing the charts, streaming numbers going crazy. T, I keeps teasing new music, throwing more shots at 50, while 50 Cent has scrubbed his Instagram clean of all T.I. content. But don't get it twisted, he's still trolling from the shadows like only 50 can. Meanwhile, Boosie's opinion got him dragged straight into a side beef with King, and now his own camp is caught in the storm too. The whole hip-hop world is locked in, watching this play out like a reality show nobody asked for, but everybody can't stop watching. Every podcast, every comment section, every barbershop talk comes back to the same question Boosie asked in his interview. When you bring up a man's dead mother in a rap beef, where do you even go from there? Because yeah, disrespect happens in hip-hop. It's part of the game, but there are certain lines that once you cross them, there's no coming back. No, let's talk it out. No phone call, no peace photo at an event. Once that boundary gets violated, it's permanent. The damage is etched in stone. Everybody in this mess, King Harris, T.I., 50 Cent, and even Boosie, knows one truth. When you talk about somebody's dead mama, there's no reset button. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. This story's still unfolding, and who knows how deep it'll go from here. But one thing's for sure, the culture won't forget this one anytime soon. If you're keeping up with this wild saga, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video so you don't miss the next update. New drama's dropping every day, and we've got you covered. Stay tuned for what happens next.